Hi, I'm Chas, and you're watching Chas's Crazy Creations. Let's get started.
Please join me and other YouTubers in Cupid's Craft Collab. The playlist is in the description. For this first project, I'll be using this chalkboard, which I've used for several projects in the past. I erased it and got it ready to go. I found these wooden letters at the Target dollar spot for $1 each. I bought 2 X's and 2 O's. I cut the ribbons off and discarded them as I wouldn't be needing those. I placed command strips on the back of each of the letters. You could use a permanent adhesive if you wish. I then placed the letters onto the chalkboard and pressed them down onto it. I love how this piece turned out, and you could leave it up year-round and it would be great as a gift. For this next project, I had a glass block, a strand of lights from the dollar store, and some gel window clings. I have one frosted side to my glass block, but you could easily create this effect using translucent compact paper. I placed the dollar store light strand into the glass block. I then placed the gel window clings onto the glass block. It was ready to be displayed. It serves as a nightlight in one of our bathrooms. I had this heart-shaped dish from Dollar Tree. I added a red jar candle from Dollar Tree to the center, and I used heart-shaped table scatter from Dollar Tree as well to surround the candle inside the dish. This piece makes a great centerpiece for any table. Adds great ambiance to your room as well. For a quick, easy idea, grab one of these heart-shaped mats from Dollar Tree and add it to the top of an end table. Using a jar of your choice, simply add a window cling to the front of it. Once it's ready, you can add an LED light to it or a color-changing LED light to it and create a candle holder. You could also fill it with pens, pencils, candy, and other options. For an easy idea using decor you already have in your home, simply grab a candle holder and place a gel window cling on it. Add battery-operated LED lights or a candle. You can also fill mason jars or recycled jars with different items. I'm using pine cones and table scatter. Add some window clings to the front of the jars. And place on display in your home, or in my case, I placed this on my porch to greet guests. Grab an old picture frame that you have laying around, pull the back off, and discard the insides. Press the prongs back down to hold the glass into place. Add gel window clings backwards on the back side of the frame. Once it's all together, it's ready for display. Place it in a window as a sun catcher, or hang it on a wall. I have 3 battery-operated LED lights that sit on my mantle. I bought some wall stickers from the Dollar Tree. Alternatively, you could use stickers. I placed X's and O's onto my candles. Here's what they look like before they're lit, and here's what they look like turned on. These are color-changing LED candles, and you can have them rotate or select a color of your choice. I place them back in their candle holders and onto my mantle for display. To create this project, I used a heart-shaped wreath form from Dollar Tree, some yarn that I found at the thrift store, and a strand of battery-operated lights. I found the lights at the Target dollar section, but you can also find them at Dollar Tree as well. To start, I put batteries into the battery box of the lights. I then started wrapping the lights around the wreath form and around the battery box to hold it into place. I continued doing this until I went all the way around the wreath form. The lights had a wiry form inside of them, and so I was able to wrap the end around the wreath form to hold it in place. Here's the lights wrapped around the wreath form, and to my surprise, these lights twinkled. Next, I found this yarn at the thrift store and was able to purchase it for $1. I tied the yarn to the wreath form. You could alternatively use a hot glue gun and attach it that way. I then began winding the yarn around the wreath form. This was a little tricky as you needed to scoot the yarn next to each other to make it have a nice tight fit. It also helps to keep the bulk of it together in a big ball. This helps you loop around and pass through fairly quickly. This yarn is kind of gathered and folded. I had contemplated spreading it apart and using it more widely, but I ended up just leaving it as is, as I didn't want to fight the way the yarn was already sitting. I made sure to wrap around the battery box, but I would still be able to reach through and turn the switch on, as well as replace the batteries. When I got to the end, I needed to decide how I was going to finish off the piece. I cut off the excess and left a long enough piece that I could thread it through and tie it closed. I also attached another piece so that I could make a loop on the top to hang the whole wreath from. I can easily reach in back and turn the lights on. I love how they twinkle through the fabric. When you hang up this wreath, you can either leave the lights off or you can turn them on. Either way works. One of the reasons I was so attracted to this yarn was the little bit of sequins and shimmer that the yarn had within it. One of the other great things I love about this wreath is that you could use it for Valentine's Day, or you could leave it up year-round. I love these Dollar Tree wall stickers, and I knew exactly what I wanted to use one that I found for. I found this mirror at the Target dollar section. I peeled off the wall sticker that I wanted to use and placed it onto the mirror. It was so easy to create this cute little mirror, and the great thing about it is I could leave it up all year if I wanted to, and if I decided I was tired of the sticker, I could pull it off and use a different one or leave it plain.
You can find the full tutorial for these and more on my YouTube channel and my blog at Chasta's Crazy Creations.